Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so yesterday we started to add details to the legs, to the body, just to the legs and to the body of Beath. I chose to use alphas. I tried to use, for example, the BDM brush that we created, but I didn't like. I think that it is a good option. It is a little bit complicated to create right now. Maybe it is because of the Blender version. I don't know. I made some research, but I couldn't find the problem, the issues with that method. But I figured out. I show you how to at least try to use that. But I didn't like, and I think that maybe we don't need that. Maybe we will use it, but I have no idea of what to create right now. So I decided just to use alphas, and maybe I'm going to add maybe extra details, for example, like little horns, something like that, in some parts of the body. For that, maybe I'll try to, I don't know, to add a plane and use the shrink wrap in some parts of the body, and then use the hair method, and instead of using hair I will choose the horns, just like we did with the border, the upper part of Hawkgirl's wings. I don't remember how to do it, so I have to check that again. But maybe I'll do that. But right now, today, I wanted to, as you can see, we already have a lot of the project already completed. As you can see, it is looking really great for me. The thing that I want to add is try to add little horns here in some parts of the body, following this part of the spine. Maybe that is the option, and also in this part of the arm. That is the idea that I have, but as I told you before, we'll do that later. Okay, let's try to continue with another part. So right now, the things that we have to complete before trying to add the extra details, that is the damage of the pattern, is add that extra detail here and on body's on Beath's body. Add this kind of curves here on Beath's costume. Again, we can try with mask, but the problem with mask is, I already told you, I think that with more topology we'll do a better job. It is not that we cannot work with that, but it is easier. It is easier to do it with more topology, but as you can see, I have already a lot of topology. So I think that maybe it's easier, not easier, but I am not going to use more topology by using curves. So with the curves I can create these shapes, and maybe later I can just merge, like this, for example. Let me see. For example, this is the kind of details I want to create. Let me show you. This, look, like these borders. With this, I will like merge a little bit and try to do something like this. That is something that I want to do with Beath costume, with this part. So 2 details to add here, and with Hawkgirl we have to beneath her costume, because she doesn't have any costume. and finish the face. So let's see if today we can finish the face. Let me try to find the helmet. Okay. So let's join this. Let's merge this. No. I have to increase the size of the head. Let's go. Let's be really careful here. Ooh, too much, too much. Oh, a little bit more, like maybe 1 million. Let's try with this. Let me test before I use the. Let me test. I think that we can handle. We can work with this. For example, no, 3.1 for example. Yes, I think that we can work with this. We start to smooth. Move the previous topology. Need to erase those lines. Okay, now let me this reduce size of this head. And then we'll join with the rest of the body. With that, we're going to start adding details to the skin. I think that I need to add a little bit more of topology. One moment, please. Okay. Let's merge this with the head. I'm going to select first the torso, the upper body, and then the head, so I will maintain this symmetry. Here I don't need symmetry. Let's see. Okay, let's try to 0.02. I think that no, this is not what we need. 0.02, no. 0.007. 0.005. No. 0.003. This is the last chance. No. I'm going to increase this. Of course, no, we don't want something like that. Let's try with 0.5. 0.5. 0.05. Let's try with 2 millions. 2 millions. This is the same that I have. I want 2 millions. Two millions. Okay. Let's go with this one. Let me try to add details here with. Sorry. It is not as good as we expected. I cannot add more topology. Let's try the 3 millions, okay? Let's try the 3 millions. Let's be really careful. Okay, now let's try the... Okay, I will not add more. This is the one that I will use. Let's start to smooth. I use more topology to try to add details. That's the only reason. The way that we use, that is the way that we follow, that is to smooth after we remesh. Remember, we need to clean the previous topology. Here we don't need, because we're not going to see this part, but just let's clean this. Just to keep it like smooth in every part. Remember that I do this once I am sure, like this is the right proportions. Of course that these are not perfect. The only way to improve this is by maybe checking some anatomy theory, and also by practice. But for now I think that this is perfect, and then I go to this step that is toward the last detail to merge and last details. I also remember that merge because this is the one that what I was saying, I don't remember. What was I saying? This is a full merge because this is a skin. That's why I am merging all of this. The original idea was to create a costume for hair, like in the neck. The costume will go to the neck, but I think that no. That would be, if I would do that, it would be better for us because I only use the topology of the head to add the details that I want to add. But now that the mesh is bigger, I need more topology. That's the only thing. That's why you need to try to know, if you are creating an original character, try to know places where you're going to split your character. Of course, if you want to create realistic details to your character. In this case, I want to do that. For example, in the neck, only in this part, I need to use other brushes to show that this is a whole mesh, because in the back we have the hair, so hair is going to cover those divisions in this case. I'm going to merge again with the same value. Okay. It was the same. Let me go back. I don't remember. It was not 3,400,000 or 3 million. Okay, let's leave it like that. No, don't worry. Okay, now let me check how we can create a sweet transition between the neck and the head. Let me look for some reference. I don't have a neck in that position, right? This is similar. This is perfect. This is the one that I use. So here, for example, you see a clean transition. Let me look at another reference. Okay, so the transition is going to be really smooth. We need to smooth this a lot. Please. It's smooth. Need to show that this is really smooth. Here we can, for example, use this fill this part, like this gap. Here we don't have to pay attention because we're going to cover that with hair. Maybe this part too, I don't remember. let's remesh again to clean the topology. Okay. Moment, please. Okay, so this part, let's use, this should be from here. And move this part. Let me see. I think that I'm not going to remesh this again. So let's move it back to the original. Size. And be safe. Then you bring back the hair just in case to see. Hair, where is the hair? Hair, where is the hair? Here's that. Ah, great, we're not going to see that part, so that's good. Ah, great. Ooh, perfect. Let's continue with this one. So we can leave it like that. Now let's sculpt. Let's use here. Let's see here. I'm going to use the same 0.25, but 0.15 in this case. Good. What the hell? Wait. So it seems that is this edited with Photoshop, because they don't seem to have wrinkles in her neck, but I think that you should have wrinkles in the neck. Not something extreme, but a little, just a little. You should have that. Here, for example, no, it seems like no. Okay, so let's delete that. Just maybe 15, but let's make it small. I think that was a problem. This make her look old, but I think that this is something that you should have to make it a little bit realistic. Okay, here for example I need, let me check. I miss a little bit. Okay, better. It's not perfect, but it's good. Let's smooth a little bit this part. I know that it is not going to look good, but I feel that I need to do that. Sorry. To improve that design. And then, okay, we use this brush, like to close this part. Okay, now let's go back to our reference. Draw. Let's activate. Sorry, I was a disaster. Let me go back. sorry, I forgot about the symmetry. Oh, I forgot about the symmetry. Let me do this again. And now I'm going to use this brush to close this. With more topology, this will look... Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to make this a little bit... but I don't need this to be bigger because the lines should be small. Maybe I can just make this bigger, but no. That's not the point. The point is to keep this small. If I make this bigger, I will be able to look at the details, at the lines, but these are going to be like too big. That's not what I want. Example here, now I have to clean to not watch that lines there. Here, before I go with that part, let me that. Let me use this. Okay, like that. And now I will use again, this is the best that I can do, because if I want a better resolution, I'll need more topology. Maybe let me do this again. Okay. Okay. And here in this part, let me try to see another, for example, another option, another alpha. This should be good, but look, the wrinkles are, I mean, the skin that's around this detail is not good at all. Let's try it. Look, if I do this here, look at that horrible thing. No, we don't want that. Maybe I should just draw that. It's going to be the better option. Let's try, I don't know, let me see something curved. Something small. Let's try this one. This is not curved, but Let's see. Maybe instead of using, let me see. Let me try this option. Instead of using the anchor, let's use space. Make it a little bit bigger. I don't know. No, I think that let me do it in a. No, this is not good. We need to use anchor. Is the anchor? Anchor. With anchor, we can control that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's try to use this in 0.1. I'm going to try 0.1. And I'm going to try to draw these details with a very small brush. This, that. No, I couldn't see that. Let's try, I don't know. Zero point 0.15. Mm, I wish I had a better option. This is the best that I can do. Try to try to close these wrinkles. Let's see. Let me smooth with 0.1. Okay, okay, like that. No, it was not perfect, but at least it is something. Now this part, let me 0.25 return to the original. Okay, let me save this and I'll be back in a moment. I'll go for some water. Music stop, so I'll go for some water. I'm back. Let's continue. Yeah. I made a huge mistake. It was I forgot to deactivate the symmetry, but fortunately, no, I didn't damage anything. Oof, that's why I had this weird line here. Okay, here I cannot see a reference. Let me, I don't know, search something here. In my experience, what this part should be like. For example, here, let me see. Try to find a better. I don't have a good reference. I think how this should be. Oh, sorry. Mm. I think that that's all that we need for Hawkgirl. Let me bring the helmet. So now we shoot the eyebrows and the eyelashes. The eyebrow. Hello, welcome. Okay, so you can see how good Hawkgirl is looking in the upper part. We just need to improve this on the eyelashes and the eyebrows. We already have it. I wanted here, for example, to add this kind of pores here, detail, but I think that that's too much, and also the topology is not helping me, so I will leave it like that. With a soft skin here. Let me see if I can do that. No, but I think that I will not be able, because look. Let's try it. For the skin, what could we use for the skin? We need holes. We need holes for the pores. Maybe this one? And if I add here, I need to no, I will leave that for later. Let's try, for example, with this one. Maybe this one. Let me check, because I cannot see here very well. Injury. Yes. Let's go one by one, okay? This one. This one maybe. No. This one. But no, that's too much. No, this one, no, no. No, I think that I'm going to use the no, the white one, this one. Let's see. Oh, what is it? Okay, here I need to, let me see. No, no, I don't need it. No, I will save that for later. If we want, we are going to add it, but I think that no, like this, it is good. If maybe we'll add that later, but for now, let's leave it like that. It's looking really good. This is enough to show her a little bit of realism. I know that here, but this is a monster. Now I'm going to, let's finish the eyebrows, okay? Okay. Zero 0.5. Let's try 0.4. No. Sorry. I forgot to add the scale, to apply the scale. Maybe here 100 is enough. Let's deal with this. Look, I'm going only to use one brush. Oh, maybe we can use this. Okay. Maybe that's too much. That's 55. Okay, like that. Yes, it is. I think that it is not going to. Ah, smooth. Alpha, alpha. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Maybe we can, I don't know. Okay, we just need to finish the eyebrows, the eyelashes. So we are so close to finish the project. Okay, we need to. What we need to complete right now? What we need to do? We need to do the eyelashes. I'm going to leave it for later. That we need to finish to create a costume for Hawkgirl. Costume like like this one, something like that. Let's see what I can create here. We need to create a design for bead costume. I'm going to use curves for that. And for what else? And the horns that I want to add here in some parts of Beat's body, and also in this arm. What else? And that's all. And then we just have to do the extra work, that is to add damage to the armor. I think I'm going to join these pieces, try to smooth and add some kind of damage, those extra details. Let's see if we are going to be able to do that, because I already have too much topology. Okay, friends, so this is all for today. We're going to continue with this tomorrow. I don't know if tomorrow we are going to finish the eyelashes. I don't know. Maybe we're going to start with maybe we're going to try to create something for her costume. Yes, we have to do that. We are close to finish the project, but we still have to do work. We still have some work to do. It's going to be, maybe now I can say that maybe 1 or 2 weeks more, 1 or 2 more weeks we can finish this. Now I can say that we're close to finish this. It is not because of the number of steps, but because of the work that we have to do on each step. I think that maybe just, I already told you, eyelashes, costume, with costume, horns and damages, maybe 5 extra steps that are just, as I told you, extra steps that I want to add to make this a little more realistic. Just for that. That's the reason. Now that I see her hair, I think that her eyebrows should be not like the thing that I already did. I don't know. I'm going to leave it like that. Or maybe I should, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to change something about her eyebrows to make it not like too realistic. Yes, I'm going to try that tomorrow, because I like the result, but it is not 100% something that I would like. I don't know. I'll see that later, okay? But at least we have something for the eyebrows, for her eyebrows. So, friends, this is all for today. Please remember to subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below. What else? You can follow me in my other platforms, X, Instagram, and TikTok, where I created X, Instagram, TikTok. Find me as Francis Sarko, my social media accounts. Also, you can follow me in my other platforms, Twitch and Kick. I am creating different projects there. Remember that. If you want, you can join our Discord server. You can share things about 3D and games. If you want me to collaborate with your project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email there. There's also the social media accounts, LinkedIn page. Maybe you can create a project on app or can see trader and send me a message there to. What else? Maybe I will add post, but with a very lower strength. For her skin, for her face, because in the arms and the chest and the neck you don't have pores, only on some parts of your face. But maybe not, because that will, if I do that, I have to for her hair to do something similar. But I think that no, that's too much. Okay, what else? Remember that in a few minutes I'll continue on Kick with the pit shot. We're close to finish the pit shot, but we still have to do some work. Maybe next week we're going to finish that project. Today we're going to work on the feathers of the tail, on the feathers that are going previous the tail. That's what we're going to work. That's the thing that we are going to do today. Okay, what else am I missing? Maybe you are thinking about upgrading your computer. So you have the kit code link here in the YouTube page. On that side, you're going to find all the PC components that I use. Remember, if you're thinking about upgrading your computer, you have a very good reference. I wish I had that before I started, because that will help me to buy the computer maybe sooner. I don't know, but at least I will have maybe more information. So if you're a 3D artist and want to improve your computer, remember that I use my computer for art, for 3D art, for games and for streams. So you can see all the components that I use. I built this computer the last year. My computer is 1 year old. Yes, it is 1 year old. So it is a really great computer. If I don't have this computer, I am not able to do all the things that I do, especially with Blender. So it is really a great computer, and you have all the links there. All those links are going to send you directly to Amazon, and maybe you can get some discounts. That depends on the stores. When I bought the PC components, I wait for discounts, and I bought the items. So maybe you can do the same. Just save the items and then buy that when you think that you are able to do that. And finally, if you want to support the channel, remember that super thanks, super chats, and super stickers are already activated, so you can use one of those ways to support the channel. Also, you have the PayPal link. And even better, you can get one of my models. If you want access for games and animation, you can visit my Turos quest about the sculptors edition for 3D printing. You can visit my Cold 3D store. And also you have CE Trader, a third option where you're going to find both assets and sculptures. So that's all, friends. Remember, in a few minutes we'll continue on Kick. If nothing happens, a blackout, I don't know. We continue Kick. Tomorrow we continue on YouTube and Twitch. That's all. So thanks for coming. Thank you for your support. Remember to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next one.